Hey guys, Dale Ward here from Cato Fishing World. Today we're out in the Hawkesbury River and it's blowing a little bit outside, so before we duck into one of the little creeks here to film a video for you guys. Today we're looking at structure scan, in particular side scan. I mean, we're out in the Hawkesbury River and the prime target in the Hawkesbury River is bass fishing. I mean, you're pulling bass out of snags, you're pulling bass out of heavy cover, weed beds, you know, bank lines, all that sort of thing. So I think that structure scan comes into play a hell of a lot when you're bass fishing, and I think it can be a game changer also. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to come up and down the riverbank. I'm going to just show you guys how side scan works. In particular, like the down scan as well, but mainly we'll look at the side scan, trying to find structure up against the banks and also underneath your boat in the middle sections of the river. So basically what you're looking at here, guys, is your side scan. So everything that's to the right hand side of that line is scanning to the right hand side of your boat. Everything to the left hand side of that line is scanning to the left hand side of your boat. Now these structure scan transducers obviously use a higher frequency than your standard sonar. So your standard sonars using 50, some of them use 83 kilohertz all the way up to your 200 kilohertz. Now these transducers on the structure scan are running either 500 kilohertz or 800 kilohertz. Now that's a far significant ping speed that you'll get to return back to your transducer, obviously giving you a far greater vary of detail. So basically, the way I explained it, how everything is scanning to the right and to the left. Right, so if we actually zoom in and have a look right around, you can actually zoom right in and actually have a look at the rock formation sitting on the ground there. Now that's sitting onto the right hand side of the boat, obviously, because I clicked to the right hand side of that screen. Now you'll pick up fish, you'll pick up the shadows. It's such a far greater detail than your standard sonar. Just to show you guys how detailed the image really is on the side scan, if you zoom right in there, you can see that there's a sunken yacht sitting right there. Now that is because the ping speed, as I explained before, is a far greater return. Now you can actually see some bait fish sitting around here. And if you click on it and zoom in, you can see that they're sitting in that mid-water column. So how I explained it, how everything, so that line in the middle there is the center of your boat, and everything to the right hand side and to the left hand side is scanning to the right and to the left. Now obviously you guys have read some of my articles on structure scan and how to fine tune it. So your 455 kilohertz is obviously it's a larger cone angle, so therefore it comes out in a triangle, in a larger form. So you'll pick up a lot more, but you'll also pick up less detail. So basically when you're running the 800 kilohertz, it's a smaller cone angle, but you will pick up greater detail. Now you just got to work out what's going to work for you in the style that you're doing. Obviously if you're fishing very close to banks where you don't need a larger cone angle, obviously you'd go to the 800, but if you're sitting in the middle of a river where you want to scan all the way out to both sides, or maybe just to one side, you obviously want to use the larger cone angle because you pick up a lot more. So if I'm fishing hard up against banks and flicking surface lures towards the banks for bass, and I'm not sitting too far, say 20 feet from the bank, I would therefore use the 800 kilohertz. But if I'm, like I was saying, in the middle of the river where you really want to get a big wide scan, you'd use the 455. So I hope that's helped you guys. Thanks for listening, and if you've got any comments, just put them in the comment section, and if you're friends with me, just tag me. If not, I'll get to the comments, or you can inbox me and I'll sort your comments and all your questions out. Thanks guys.